today is arm day, but let's talk about realistic weight loss goals. And like, especially I'm talking about like if you have like 100 pounds to lose, or even if you have like 40-50 pounds to lose, right? I think realistically taking it slow is the better route, right? Let's just be realistic. Having refeed days, giving those mental breaks from your diet or calorie deficit is the best way to go. And the best way to go too is not to sit there and you can't be so hard on yourself, right? And you got to give yourself a little break here and there. Like, for example, if you're craving nachos, have nachos, right? But there is ways of doing it, right? So I had nachos yesterday, and I used the new Dorito protein nachos and or chips, and then used 90 ground beef, mild cheddar cheese shredded, Greek yogurt or sour cream. Came out to 841 calories, 95 grams of protein, right? So you can do those do that to help you. But if you're just getting started and you're just learning and you're just counting calories, trying to like get in the hang of it, it's okay to go get nachos from Taco Bell or your favorite Mexican restaurant. Just try your best to count it, right? And then try to stay in an overall calorie deficit. And then there's going to be times where it's like you want to go out with friends and you want to eat or drink or whatever it is, and just be realistic about it. Like, go enjoy yourself, but also try to set yourself up for success by sitting there and be like, okay, I know I have 2,000 calories I can have. Let me fast until 1-2 o'clock. I'll have a big protein just milled there, just full protein. Okay, so then I'll have 80 grams of protein, just pure chicken or whatever I'm going to eat. And then when I go later, I have 1,500 calories to enjoy myself, where I can get cocktails, I can get, a margarita, I can eat nachos, I can, or I can eat a little bit of food. You know what I mean? And you don't have to sit there and be like, oh, no, guys, I'm on a diet or I'm on a calorie deficit. But also, I think people give themselves unrealistic expectations of, I'm going to lose 2 to 5 pounds a week. I'm going to go at it hard. I'm going to go at it fast. And then they try it. And it might last for a week. But then they go into a crazy binge cycle on the weekend. Or they go absolute crazy and just start hammering down chips. And just like, oh, I'm so hungry. And they just start going crazy because your body's like sending you signals all the time. And then they like ruin their progress and just totally ruin it. So that's why I'm telling you guys, slow and steady is the way to go, right? I'm starting to speed it up a little bit more by just adding more movement, and I am starving. Like, last night was a freaking struggle for me. I was sitting there at war with myself. I was like, man, I want to eat more. Like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so freaking hungry. I was already at my 1,800 calorie limit, and I was like, oh, maybe I can just have a couple hundred more calories. I'm like, nope, we're staying strict. Went and hit the Peloton for 30 minutes. And came back, and I gave in a little bit on some protein Doritos, right? So I had a little bit more protein Doritos, but that was still fine because I dropped 3 pounds. So compared to weighing myself yesterday to today, I dropped 3 pounds. But that's where that got me more thinking about, my gosh, when people go so aggressive, this is what their daily struggle is with. Unless you're on a GLP-1 and those kind of things, it's going to help with that, right? It's going to take that food noise away. It's going to take that craving away. It's going to take that struggle away a little bit. You'll still have it, but it'll take it away. And so that's what really got me thinking about it. It's like, man, slow and steady is really the successful way to weight loss, right? So since I started, I've dropped 140 pounds over 2 years, right? 2 or 3 years. And someone, you go and tell people that, and they're just like, dude, it takes you that long? What? Like, and it's like, I did it the right way to make it sustainable, right? Because if I sat there and I tried to cut 140 pounds less than a year, I probably could have done it, but I'm going to be starving myself. I'm going to be miserable. I'm going to lose muscle. I'm not going to put any muscle on, definitely, And so the way I did it was a really good way. And now that I look back at it, because people ask me all the time, do you like the way that you did it? You took it slow and steady, you put on muscle at the same time while dropping fat, and you just like, then you give yourself a little break, put on muscle, then cut down fat, give yourself a little break, cut down, cut down fat, gain muscle. I'm happy I did it this way. Because if I was to go back and I look at it now, if I was going to try to go into those aggressive cuts when I was 350 pounds, I would have never succeeded. I would never be here at 140 pounds down with muscle on. I would have failed. I would have given up. I would have been miserable, hating my life. And so the best way of doing it, I'm telling you guys, is just taking it slow. Take it slow, even if you're losing 0.5 of a pound a week, 0.2 of a pound a week. It's the best way. Now people will say, well, you're going to get like you're going to get sick of being in a diet, you're going to blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yes and no. Sometimes I do get sick of cutting. Like, man, I just really want more rice. I really want more chicken. I really want more, I really want more fruit in my diet. I just want to add more of that kind of stuff. Yeah, you do kind of get sick of it, but still, it's still the way to go. Like, it just is. To be sustainable long term, it's just the way to go. If you look at Adin Ross and you go on Twitter, you can see his before and after. And you'll see I think he's 100% natural unless he's on like GLP-1s and stuff like that, like Retta. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really looked into it. But he doesn't take like testosterone or anything like that. And you look at his before and after, and a lot of people were making fun of him saying, oh, all he did was shave his chest and there's no difference. There was a lot of freaking difference in a year. He came more toned, he put on more muscle and dropped more fat. But people were expecting this crazy transformation. And I think social media has like really ruined that for people, because you will get people who jump on gear and jump on all these things and they'll have the most crazy transformation in 6 months. And it's like, yeah, but they did that when they were not natural. So if I sat there and for 6 months I ran a high dose of testosterone, jumped on a good amount of Anavar, and put on and maybe some Tren, like I would look crazy in 6 months, right? Especially if I locked in, like my diet was 100% dialed in, training, sleep, all that stuff. I would look insane. But that's not very healthy, right? So when I tell you guys, when I'm on, I did my TRT and I tried a little bit of Anavar, I did 10 milligrams. I'm doing it at low doses and just being safe with it and watching my blood work and still trying to be healthy, right? Because now we're off blood pressure medicine, we're off all these things, and we are like 100% healthier. Now, if I were to go jump on a crazy cycle, I'm gonna ruin all that. Like my blood work's gonna be trash. I'm gonna be in risk of heart attacks, strokes, all that stuff when you start blasting all that stuff. So you have to be really careful. Your blood pressure will spike. You got to watch your blood pressure, all those things. So I think social media really have ruined that. So just don't be so hard on yourself, and just take it easy, take your time. And like, that's pretty much where I'm trying to get at, is that if you sat there and for a whole year, you dropped your body percent fat by 5-10% and you put on a little bit of muscle, and you sit there and look at the mirror and be like, oh, I'm not where I want to be yet. Yeah, you might not be where you want to be yet, but you're still going towards that, right? And that's, to me, that's a win. So you got to take those wins. So I look at myself in the mirror sometimes and I'm like, man, I'm not to that 10% yet. I'm like, and some people will say that's failed diet, and it's not, because of how long that we have been, how long over a period of time that we're taking it, right? We're taking it slow and steady. Let me show you guys right here, since I've been using this new app, right? So this goes to show you guys, that's how your weight loss graph should look like, if you guys can see that. I don't know, the sun might be kind of messing with it, but so you see we're like boom, 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 and then we're back up, and then we're going back down again. I think that's the best way. it gave me some little mental breaks, some refeed days, help keep the muscle on, restore that glycogen, and all that stuff. But anyways, let's get in there and get started. And another thing too, don't do keto, don't do carnivore unless you want to. Those things can help you lose weight very quickly, but just know it's because you're in a calorie deficit. That's the only way. There's someone that actually posts this on TikTok right now who has lost 10 pounds in 100 and I think it was like 30 something days, and hasn't lost any since, and he's doing the carnivore diet. He's just eating too much, and that 10 pounds he lost was water weight and glycogen from the carb loss. And so it might have been a little bit of fat, but that's the thing where I'm getting at with those kind of diets is you guys need carbs. Eat your carbs, and just try to make it an enjoyable experience. Don't go too crazy. Don't go keto. Don't go carnivore. Like, I've been there, done that, and those diets are just to me, I guess if it helps you get your results that you want, then that's good for you. But I think you'll get to a stage where you become skinny fat, where you lose all your muscle, and then you still just have too much fat on you. But anyways, let's get in there and get started with this arm day. Just gonna do arm curls. My arms feel pretty good to go. So arm curls, tricep pull downs, and then we'll hit recovery, and then I'll come back later to get all my walking and cardio in. So I'll see you guys in the gym. I did this arm day differently. So I did triceps first and then biceps. Took me about 30 minutes in my training session there. So let's just kind of take a look at, But I am freaking hungry right now. I'm only at about 200 calories and it is almost 3 o'clock. So I am hungry. Get the tricep looking good. Just can't wait to get my back looking better and just overall like looking better, even better than what we're looking like now. But I'm still pretty happy with, like, you got to be proud of yourself when you come such far away, even though I gotta say body dysmorphia starts hitting you harder too. The more weight you lose and the more muscle you put on, for some reason your brain like goes not good enough, not good enough. But if you showed me what I look like right now, you showed that to me 3 years ago when I was 350, I would have been like, that's not me, that's AI. So just gotta remember we're doing good, on track. Just gotta keep losing and just keep grinding. But anyways, I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video, which will be either shoulders or leg day or rest day. I don't know. We'll see how we're feeling. I feeling pretty good where I can just keep going. I think upping the test to 30 milligrams a day has really helped. And I think that's helping with recovery and just helping with everything. So I kind of feel like I can keep going even with the lack of carbs and the lack of food. So we'll just keep pushing and try to push that sleep more. Like today I slept like 9 total, like almost 10 hours. But when I look at like waking up from nightmares and all that stuff, realistically, it's still not a good sleep score because it's not like consistent, good, deep sleep. But I think that's what helped us dump that almost 3 pounds, was because I slept for like 10 hours. So anyways, I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video and just keep on grinding.